Welcome back. Now you know how to safely care for and store your saxophone. And it's probably in its case right now. So what we're going to do today is walk you through how to put the saxophone together properly. First, put your case on a secure spot, like a good table, a strong table. Unlatch your case. Open it up. There's going to be quite a few things inside that saxophone case. And the first thing I like to do is put my neck strap around my neck. Now it's already on my neck because that's where I'm going to be hanging the body of the saxophone. You might find this, cork grease. Cork grease will be used to lubricate the cork so that the mouthpiece goes onto the neck easily. We'll also find the mouthpiece. Now currently this mouthpiece has a mouthpiece cap on it. I'm going to take the cap off and put it aside for right now. Set my mouthpiece down on the side of the case. Now I will take out the saxophone, the main part of the saxophone. The body. This is the big part of the saxophone. So now what I like to do with the saxophone while it's still disassembled is hook it on to my neck strap so it's hanging here. It's secure. You're sitting in your chair or you're standing up, but you've got your body of the saxophone on your neck. Inside the bell of my saxophone is where I keep my neck in a little pouch. I'm going to open up the pouch, and inside is the neck of the saxophone. Now before I do anything with the neck or the mouthpiece, I'm going to put a little cork grease on the neck just so it's well lubricated when I want to slide that mouthpiece on there. Just put a little bit, just like that. Put the cork grease cap back on, back in the case. Now, one of the most important things on a saxophone, and we'll get into this more in a later lesson about the importance of these things. These are called the reeds, these little wood things. Now, while I'm doing all this, while I'm holding on to all these parts, I put the reed inside my mouth just to get it wet. It vibrates well when it's wet. So I had it in my mouth for a little while. Put the neck down in a secure place. I'm going to put the reed on the mouthpiece. And again, I will go into detail on how this works more later on. But just right now, quickly, we put it on. We slide what we call the ligature over. The ligature went right over the top. We tighten the screws. Make sure the reed is aligned. And before I assemble the neck, I put the mouthpiece onto the neck. I like to hold the neck in my right hand and my mouthpiece in my left hand, and I put it on there, swiveling back and forth, gently but firmly pushing it in. Now it's very important to put the mouthpiece onto the neck before you put it onto the saxophone, because what can happen if it's on the saxophone is you can bend the neck. Actually, a repairman told me that a long time ago. He said, your neck is bent because you probably put your mouthpiece on your saxophone while it was assembled. And that's a better thing to put the mouthpiece on the neck while it's disassembled. Then insert the neck onto the body of the saxophone. Now there's a screw right here. We can loosen and tighten that screw. So right now it's loose because I had to put the neck onto the saxophone. Now we'll tighten the screw. Make sure the saxophone neck is lined up so that the saxophone will go right to my mouth. So now your saxophone is all put together. It's important that when you're putting it together, you hold it properly. You hold it right in the center. Don't grab from the keys. Hold two hands from the bell, the center or the bottom of the bell, and right down the center where the neck strap hooks in. I pull the neck strap up just to the right spot, so if I'm standing straight up with good posture, because we always want to play saxophone with good posture, that the saxophone mouthpiece comes right to my mouth. Now if I play with good posture, I'm going to get a better sound. So let me play a little bit now that the saxophone is all put together.